Hello and welcome. It's time for Reads of the Week, that time of the week where we talk about the books I've read in a week. Huh. That's just about tautological, isn't it? And I got quite a stack here. I got quite a stack. There's a whole bunch of stuff here. And I'm trying to think if there's anything that really fell below the threshold of okay, because even stuff I didn't really like seemed like it was okay. You know what? I'm gonna put that there. That's probably controversial. Yeah, that's probably it. That's probably the stuff that counts as just, yeah, this was okay. The Quasar story is there because it's not really a Quasar story. This is a Hulk comic. Quasar just happens to be like in one panel here going, call me by my new name, Quasar. And it doesn't matter. And the Hulk part wasn't even that interesting. And this, I don't know who this guy is or what's going on, and this didn't do anything to interest me in the character. These are definitely below the threshold of okay. These kind of stunk, even for dollar reprints. We're just gonna take these and move them over. I didn't enjoy either book. Just get out of here. Go away. So what does that leave for okay? What book just barely passed over the threshold of okay? You know, it's probably, and this is probably another controversial choice. Nova's origin story here. It didn't do anything for me. Just flip it open, like the whole Richard Rider origin. I don't care. He's a much more interesting character in the mid 2000s. That's when I liked the character. It's pretty cool there. And down there, like just above it, Justice League Odyssey 16. This is getting drug out way too long. It needs to, whatever's going on, needs to hurry up and finish. I'm kind of flipping through stuff. What else was just okay? You know what? Something that's killing the children comes here, third from bottom. Watch my review, but I really like the first page of it. That kind of rescues a lot of the flaws in the rest of the book. Plus, we meet this mysterious dude with this cool cane, and he's got this cool tattoo on his hand, and that's all really good stuff. Oh gosh, I got so many books here. You know what? Let's put this one down next. I didn't really like the story in this, but I really loved looking at it. If that makes any sense. I have no idea what this series is. I have no idea what was really going on, but it was a lot of fun to look at. However, I'm going to find one of the really crazy pages that's basically just like insanity to look at for the panel layout because there's too many panels. Yeah, here you go. You look at this and you tell me how to read this. The art is good, but this panel layout is absolute chaos. I have no idea what Konungar is, but there it is. We're just going to put it in the OK stack. What else I got here? Does Rye hit the OK stack, or is it just over awesome? No, I think Rye is at the top of the OK stack. Yeah, I think. All right, I think I got it. So we're gonna put Manwolf next. This was a fun story. I don't remember this character at all. Reading this kind of crazy stuff. J. Jonah Jameson's like kid is the Man Wolf, and he has crazy space wolf adventures. That was kind of fun. Rye number two, it's way better than the first one. I still don't think I'd. I don't remember if I put the first one with the threshold of awesome. If I did, I totally made a mistake. I shouldn't have. But there's just lots of like philosophical stuff with a little bit of action at the same time, and it was a fun read because of that. What else is here? What else is here? Oh, this is going to be a controversial pair of choices. This is absolutely going to be controversial. Hold on. One more. I got one more. Wow, there's a ton of stuff in the OK stack. We're getting really controversial here. All right. So we've got. Let's do the top three. I guess I'll put this Batman Superman number one here. There's some cool stuff in it. It's got some nice looking art. I wish I just liked it a little better than I did. I'm not gonna do a review on it. But if nothing else, that last panel right there, totally worth it. Totally worth it. So then the top three OK books. This really old Dark Horse book, Comics Greatest World, Barbed Wire, Week One, whatever. Who knows what this book's like actual title is, right? It could be anything. It could be absolutely anything. But it was fun just watching. Let's get this stuff out of here. Just get out of here. Go. Get over here. We're in the top three. We don't need you guys anymore. It was just fun, like watching her take this dude out. You know, she's luring him in. Then all of a sudden, rocket launcher. It was a hoot. I had fun. It was just a straight up vigilante comic. Then Jawbreaker's God King. I wish I'd liked it more. In my mind, the God King story was way more interesting than it was in reality. That's why it's only here at OK. It didn't cross the threshold of awesome. It was too chaotic, too much stuff happening, and none of it was really explained to me, the reader, as to why things were happening that way. And at the top of the OK, Batman Curse of the White Knight #5. I'm feeling like this is too much like Batman White Knight. Like, we're kind of echoing the plot beats. People are dying at about the same time. It's having the same kind of traumatic emotional impact. Like, we've tread this ground before, and at some point you're going to run out of characters to kill for emotional impact. And I didn't like that. It would have been nice to have seen the murder, the deaths get subverted somehow, I think. If you're going to subvert expectations, you know, subvert it in a way that people will actually like. So that's the top three OK, which means we're straight up here in awesome territory. Now, just across the finish line of awesome, I'm going to put this reprint. This was a fun story. Annihilus' first appearance, he rolls in, he wrecks the Fantastic Four, he rolls out. Like, that was fun. It was just fun to read that. I don't think I've ever read that story before. It was a blast. His tragic origin story, all that good stuff. What's next? Probably this. Alien vs. Predator, Thicker Than Blood. There's a... Man, hold on. Let me flip this open. You deserve to see some of this crazy, crazy stuff. Anybody who socks the Thing like that, you know he's a bad dude. Look at that face. Pure evil. Now, of course, we do spend like way too long with like explanatory text in here because it's old school Marvel, and that's just what you do. But it was a ton of fun. This book has a page where a predator gets squished in half in an elevator because the safeties on the elevator were turned off. See, hold on, let me flip it over. I showed this off on my stream for New Comic Book Day. That sold me on the book, and the rest of it was pretty good. There's something about the art bugs me, and I can't right now remember for the life of me what it was. Oh, how did this children's book get in here? I flipped through. I got this like at a library seller for $1 or something a long time ago, and I was just flipping through it. This shouldn't even be in this stack. If I was the right age range, I think this would have been a lot of fun. Clone Wars was something I missed out on, so we'll just set that aside. It doesn't need to be involved here. What's next? You know what? I think it's this one. This was pretty awesome. It kind of follows a formula. It follows that young hero adventuring kind of formula, and it does it in a great way. And I had an absolute blast reading it. I really did. Go read my full review if you want to see more. But there's some great stuff. I just wish the interior art was better. That would have really capped it off. I really liked Amazing Mary Jane #3 as well. Marvel's kind of giving people what they want to see. They want to see a beautiful Mary Jane. They want to see villains being evil. They want to see creative uses of powers. This book's got all of that in it. It was a ton of fun. She calls Peter Parker at one point and is like, "Hey, do you know somebody that can do this?" And he's like, "Oh yeah, sure, let me hook you up." It's fantastic. It absolutely is. Oh, that leaves us in some really rarefied company. We're going to get these out of here. Like, these are all great comics, and I think anybody out there that's into these characters at all, whether you're the Fantastic Four fan or you like Predator comics, You like that kind of young heroes adventuring kind of story, like a coming of age hero thing, or you're into Spider-Man. Like if you like any of that, these books are no brainers. Just go get them. Just go get them right now. You will not be disappointed. So what does that leave? Top three. Well, I really enjoyed this. Turns out, I don't think I've ever actually read the Judas Contract, so this was my first time reading any part of it, and it was an absolute blast. I came in without any backstory from whatever was going on in books 1 through 3, and it didn't matter. I picked up, I ran along with it, and right from the get-go, we're presented with this, and things only get crazier from that moment. It's awesome. The art's great, the writing's great. I have no complaints, man. George Perez knew what he was doing. Marv Wolfman knew what he was doing. This is like definitive. This is like really great superhero story. It's not a superhero story, but this was a really great graphic novel. I bought this Halloween Comic Fest or New Comic Book Day or something last year. It was like $12. This book's from 1986. It's in pretty good shape. The dust jacket's gotten beaten up. Yeah, it's a softback book with a dust jacket. It's also got this printed fold out here of Duke Togo's CIA roster. And there's just so much crazy stuff. Like he builds a replica of the place he's going to infiltrate so he can practice running through it with all the security systems the real place is going to have. And when the action happens, the action is actiony. All the setup, all the build-up pays off in this burst of violence. There's whole like 2, 3, 4 page sequences that have like nothing but sound effects on them in this book. It's great. It's absolutely fantastic. It's a masterpiece of spy storytelling. But as good as these were, these were great. This is only $1. This is only $1. I gotta go buy the Judas Contract trade or something now. That's how good that was. But as good as that was, it's got nothing on this. This is the box that Earthworm Jim came in. And it's so big that I can't even open it under where my camera is right now. In fact, I put the book back in its original box, back in the bag that it was in the original box. Because I don't want this thing getting dinged up any more than it has to. But I'm going to get this out just so you can see this. If you want like the full dope, go watch my unboxing video or my review. Like you'll get to see all the cool stuff that came with this. But look at this red foil, embossment. Jeez. I think the only thing that's not here, there's no ribbon bookmark. Gilded edges. Beautiful art in the interior. This stuff looks like it's straight up just like made to be turned into an animation. Like I can see this stuff moving. There's so much fluidity and character and charm in each panel that I can see the motion. I can see the emotion. It's all there. It was a hoot story. Once I started reading it, I couldn't stop reading it. I just kept going until I was done. And when I got done, I wanted more. And then there wasn't more. And I had to go read the Bigfoot Bill 2 little comic that came with it, which I guess I should have included in all this stuff. We'll just include it as part of Earthworm Jim right here. And this has me ready to go read Bigfoot Bill, which I don't own. And when does the Bigfoot Bill 2 campaign come out? I don't know, but I gotta have it. I gotta have it, people. If anybody wants to measure like the impact that this book had, it was like a cannonball slamming into a big container of Mentos, spilling the Mentos into a giant vat of Diet Coke. And then we're all sitting here watching this gigantic foam geyser explode in joy at us. That's the reaction that Earthworm Jim had with me. Book of the week, no contest. Probably book of the month. I don't know. Might be book of the year at this point. I've read a lot of great books, and I'm not sure any of them has left quite the impact on me that this book did. It was that good. And that's Reads of the Week for this week. You all take care of yourselves. You have a great day. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. I sure hope to see you again next time. And until then, bye-bye.